Everybody, nice to see everybody this morning. This is a dark matter morning. Dark matter is a fermented tea. We've done 5 consecutive weeks of fermented tea. Dark matter is different than the other fermented teas. And you'll see when you have a chance to actually taste it. But one of the things I can tell you right away, which leads to the difference, is they have buds in their tea leaves. So they're not just picking a bud and a group of leaves. They're individually picking about 20% of this is individually picked buds. Now, who would do anything like that? Let's think about the economics of that. You're a farmer, you got these tea trees, and somehow you wake up one morning. You know what? I usually am a bud and 3-leaf man, occasionally a bud and 4-leaf man. You know what? Today I'm just in the mood for picking buds. Maybe I can get my work done faster. What does the farmer give up when he picks buds only? Well, how about the 3 leaves that could have grown out of that bud, or 4 leaves? So this farmer made that interesting decision. This guy is really interesting. This is another Linsang farmer. And this is in the highlands in Linsang. And this was something that through an introduction, we went to this guy's farm, and over the years, he was doing red tea and then started to branch out and do fermented tea. And the year we saw him and actually went to his farm, he said, and of course, we're in a hurry. He said, oh, and by the way, I have one more I want to show you. And it's like, no, we have an airplane to catch. And you do understand that if you miss the 5 p.m. flight out of Linsang, you're here until tomorrow. So the answer is no. And he said, no, you have to, because this is very unusual. And we said, all right, make it quick. And this is what he served us. And as he told the story of how he came to do this, first off, we were flabbergasted. Second off, we missed the flight. We didn't even attempt to make the flight because we knew that we were going to break our own rules. We thought we had enough black teas in here, and we weren't really looking for another black tea, but we were going to this farmer because we liked some of what he does with red teas. And when he surprised us with this, as a courtesy, of course, we tried it, and then as a necessity, we bought it. And now you have this very unusual black tea in the shop, and that's the origin of this black tea. Did he do anything else differently in the process to get to this point? And as far as we know, he did not. We asked questions, and I do remember he air dried in a very standard way. And I have a feeling when he air dried, he might have air dried slightly longer than usual because the buds tend to have more moisture in them, right? And so that may be a factor in how he came up with this totally original flavor profile. So that's kind of the story behind this. Take good notes when you taste this because we'll be back next week, April 12th. We'll be doing Black Hole with you next week. And we want to discuss the differences with all of these with you next week because this is a huge, incredible odyssey that you've been on. Yes.
Are there other black teas in the shop that have that many buds?
Oh, great question. Are there black teas in this shop that have that many buds? No. And that's the other thing that really surprised us because, you talk about Thousand Tales. No, Thousand Tales is tightly compressed. It doesn't have individual buds like that at all. Nothing else that we've seen is quite constituted this way. Of course, nothing else that we have quite tastes this way. So it is my great pleasure to bring up Bijou, and she'll demonstrate how to do this. And you're in for a treat.
Hey, good morning. We do fermented tea, okay? Yes, I like it. So we do dark cider. It's from the Linchang, this is from the factory, huh? So owner with the John is really, they both have really good relationship with long time. So right now we do, this is loose leaf. Loose leaf, okay?
So the usual setup, this is a 3-minute steep with a 20-second rinse. We're using 200-degree water, remembering that. And as usual, heat the cup, put the leaves in, do the rinse, shake. Draw the 200-degree water, put it in the kettle so you can pour on the sides. This is this 20-second rinse, fastest 20 seconds you've ever seen.
But
But
for me, the
yes,
for
no,
me,
you have
I'm not
to explain.
really, I know the quality.
Yeah, I know
This
you
I
do.
like.
You don't have to explain. I should have said that like that. And-
Good, no, because it's good for viewers to know, is that a theoretical 20 seconds? Is that just a number you've made up that it's really only 2 seconds at
Am I
best?
linen?
And so I know you're wearing linen, so I know it's really 20 seconds for you.
Yeah.
That is helpful confirmation.
Thank you.
All right. So again, as a reminder, and we really do know the quality of this tea, and we're demonstrating what the tea drinking public here does, and that hence we're following that. But realistically, this is organic, and we know it, and we've been to this place, and so hence what I said. Anyway, this is a 3-minute steep. The thing about this, once it's done, make sure you do at least a second cup, because it's worthwhile, again, repeating this experience because it's so unusual. And you can kind of see some of the similarities with some of the other great black teas that we have in here. The other thing I want you to note is this comes from a higher elevation. This elevation is about 6,500 feet above sea level. And many of the, not all, but many of the black teas we have, in fact, all of them are less high than this. So I think that also may play a role in what this flavor profile ended up being. And the other thing, yes, the one other thing that's very important to remember about this place, it actually snows during the winter in this place. So therefore, the amino acid composition would be different. So it's kind of like Tumuguan, which gets dustings of snow, and occasionally a day or two of snow stays on the ground. This area also has some of the same characteristics. And that may be a contributing factor why this tea is so unique and so interesting. In terms of, have we ever tasted anything close to this in the black tea realm? No, not really. And again, we've never seen a black tea that has such a high percentage of buds in this. This 20% is bud only. So just a bunch of unique things with this, and hence, as you're doing your flavor profile, make sure you capture as much as you can. Yes.
Is this one of the forms of processing that this farmer does exclusively, or does he use other processing methodologies on his leaves as well?
Because he does red tea as well, he does use other methodologies. We are not, this was a complete surprise. We're not exactly clear what all the other methodologies are. But as far as we can tell, it's just red and black. And the red that he does, we don't currently have any in the shop, but we have in the past had some in the shop. And it's also very good. And he tends to be a bud and a leaf when he does his reds.
Yeah, really.
I think I was wondering about whether that influenced, whether the other processing he did influenced his thought process, at least in doing this particular black tea.
It must have, because we were just shocked. And that's what's nice about doing a 6-week program like this, because week after week, you get a chance to taste this stuff and you see how different it is from previous week. Think of Celestial Offering last week, and then think of this. And even though I sang the praises of Earth Spirit, which I did, this is different than Earth Spirit for different reasons. All right. It's April 5th. We're still in China. We're heading to Northeast China. We've had a very successful trip so far. And we're tired and looking forward to coming home and seeing all of you. And we're going to have the pleasure of your direct company next Saturday, April 12th, when we do Black Hole. So your responsibility this week, same as always, stay healthy, keep local, keep whatever other chaos out of the room. And we'll see you next week. Take care now.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.